What's going on, Combat Sports Nation? This is Sean here with another Combat Sports Nation Beyond the Mat episode with Travis Demko. We're gonna get a lot more familiar with Travis. We got some amateur mixed martial arts history. We'll touch on that. You also have a boxing history. We'll touch on that as well. The biggest thing here is we want to go ahead and discuss what has prevented you from stepping back into the ring, and that was a car accident. What were the injuries that you sustained from your accident?
I fractured 2 vertebrae in my neck. I fractured 2 vertebrae in my back. I shattered my foot, put 2 screws in there. I broke 4 ribs, and I broke my nose.
Is there an anticipation of you to return to either the cage or the ring, or is that not in the cards at this point?
I'm getting ready right now to get back. I hope I get a fight by May or June. That's my goal. I want to get right back in there, set the world on fire.
I believe this is a pretty credible source. The Patriot Ledger says that the car crossed the center line and it was coming around a curve. It then left the road and struck a stone wall, propelling it into the air and against a tree. Well, that's a story by Cody Shepard. I have you in front of me. How accurate is that?
Yeah, I really don't even remember, dude. I was in a coma for 2 days. I couldn't even tell you what transpired from me hitting, what happened to hit the tree. I probably was on my phone texting or something. I don't know. I really don't even remember. I was in a coma for 2 days, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
It's probably in my car driving 1,000,000 miles per hour, like, wow! I can only imagine myself.
Where were you traveling from? Was it training, or was it just like on your way home?
I was actually just meeting up one of my friends that night. I was going up to go to his house. I got into the accident. Clearly, I didn't make it to his house. You know?
I had a buddy who was in a coma for weeks. What is it like waking up?
Yeah, it's funny. I just woke up. I didn't really know where I was, and I had a breathing tube in my mouth. As soon as I woke up, I freaking just ripped it out of my mouth. Like, everybody in the room was like, whoa. And they looked at me. They really didn't know if I had brain activity anymore. And they were just like, hey, like, do you know this kid right next to you, which was my brother? And I call him Gucci D. It's like his nickname. I was like, yeah, it's Gucci D. And everybody started laughing in the room. And that's like the first thing I really remember, like, being back.
And you were the only one in the car. How far? What's that?
I said, thank the Lord.
What kind of vehicle was it? Let's what was it? A Honda, or I'm looking at the pitch.
It's a Mitsubishi Lancer. But my father just finished paying it off, and what do you know? I slammed it into a tree and exploded.
So that's the WRX competitor right there, the Lancer,
yeah,
huh?
Thought I was Jeff Gordon that night. So.
Was there a restriction? Did the doctor say, listen, you want to, for 6 months or X amount of months? Because I'm sure your family, maybe even you, had talked to the doctors and said, hey, this is what he does. How is that going to affect his future?
I mean, dude, they gave me a limitation. I think
limitation. That's the word.
They gave me a certain limitation for my back, my neck, and my foot for PT, where they say I can go back to this after a certain amount of time. I mean, to tell you the truth, I make my own limitations. I was in my neck brace and my back brace lifting weights. And I mean, that's something that they don't even want me doing now. So I make my own limitations. I feel like I've healed quicker than people that even thought I could. So I make my own limitations now.
What would you say attributed to your quick recovery? Was it your mental mindset of I want to get back in there, or was it sort of your lifestyle already being conditioned, already,
I think it's a combination of both, Sean. I mean, I know I'm one of the most strong-willed people out there, and I know I was in really good health before, So, I mean, it's a combination of both. Definitely.
Was there ever some level of hopelessness, when you're sitting in, you first wake up or you're returning back home, you're sitting there, you got all these emotions. Did you ever have that feeling of hopelessness?
Nah, man, it got me all pent up and angry inside. I was like, when I got in this accident, the whole thing in my head thinking coming back is like, I'm gonna show people what's up. Watch and wait till they see what I'm gonna do. Because I promise you, man, you're gonna see within the next 2-3 years, you're gonna see me in the UFC, and then on the New England circuit, I'm gonna come here to fuck shit up. No one's gonna be able to touch me. I'm saying that confidently because that's how I feel. That's who I am. So I mean, moving forward, I'm ready to take this whole game over. I don't even care who they put in front of me.
How's the family feel?
Nah, my family's with me 100%. I started training when I was 8 years old. My father put me in it young, so I mean, this is my life. This is what I want to do. I want to make this a career one day. I mean, I'm already at the professional level, but I want to make it a point where I don't have to work no more, and I can have this as my life. So yeah, they're with me 100%. They're with me 100%. My parents have been awesome through this whole scenario. Me getting in the accident helped me get back to my feet. My boxing coach Joe Ennis. That's about it, man. I'm gonna pick and choose where I want to train when I come back. So I can't really say who I'm gonna go to right now, but yeah, that's it, man. I'm coming for 145, 155 in the MMA division. If you're in my way, I'm gonna crush your head like a cantaloupe, and that's about it, man.
Awesome, man. We'll talk a lot more, and I look forward to seeing you either in the ring or in the cage.
All right, man. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you so much.
All right, peace.
Follow us on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. Visit us on Twitter. And stay tuned.